Hello everyone, today I'm going to be sharing with you my second Tresors de Luxe projects for the month of November. This time around I've made 3 Christmas trees in golds and silvers and a lovely decorated box. These are in more traditional colour scheme, a little bit different to what I normally do, but nevertheless very elegant and beautiful anyway. So thank you for stopping by and I hope you enjoy. So these are the little Christmas trees that I've made using the lovely trims from Tresors de Luxe. Now the gold trim is a very rich gold. It's very striking, so it kind of speaks for itself. So I didn't want too much else going on because, you know, easy to overdo. I had 3 foam cones left over from last year, was it? I have one from last year, and I picked a couple up at a sale, and I covered them in book paper, and then once the book paper was dry on the cone, I whitewashed it with some white paint, and once that was dry, then I just arranged my gold trim however it would fit. Basically it lends itself to this shape because of the point, but if I turn it up, that is the actual way the trim is. That's the correct way, as you can see going around. So most of it was used upside down or however it fit, and I just pieced it together on each of the cones. On 2 of the cones I pieced it together. Obviously the smaller cone has less pieces, but the larger cone, there's the full trim at the bottom there, and then I've just gone around and pieced it all however it fit, and of course the point has been turned to the top. Over the top of these pieces, just to add a little bit of dimension there, as you can see, I used one of the other trims, which is this one here, and I cut these flowers out of this trim and placed them over the original center part of this other trim, which I don't have any of that left to show you what it looked like, but turning that upside down, that is the original trim going that way. So that's how I did 2 of them, and that is, I've used 3 different size. Of course it's not going to sit very well on this bumpy cloth. I've used 3 different size cotton reels as the stands. I've just painted them white to blend in because the actual trims and things speak for themselves. On this particular one, I've just used an applique piece with all the dangles. It's a silver, it's very blingy, and it does all the work itself. I love it. And at the back there, just to fill in the gaps, I've used some of these plastic kind of blingy pieces just to fill in the gaps around the back, but it will be placed just one way. And I like how that turned out. I think it goes well with the 2 gold ones, so that it's not, you know, that overdone. Very regal looking Christmas trees, I would have to say. Very, very gold. And yeah. Okay, so I hope you like them, and you could do this with any kind of lace, of course. I think this chunky kind of trim lends itself to being cut up and you know, used in these types of ways, and it does show it off lovely. It's a bit hard to photograph, but I'll put some photographs in at either at the beginning or the end anyway, so you can see them properly. And the second things that I've made is this lovely hat box. It's a small hat box, as you can see by the size of my hands, and I've used the gorgeous layered red flower from Tresors de Luxe on top of it, which is how I fully intended to use it as soon as I got it. As you can see, there's the beautiful spray of feathers coming out the back, the little bit of black mesh is over this side, and I've just added some wired beading, some lovely gold leaves from Sonia Steptoe. Thank you, Sonia. Also at the side here I've added some bead trim as a dangle effect. In the back I've put in some gold mesh just to lighten up the black mesh that was on the original flower. On the top of the box I've placed offcuts of lace and trims, and I have some dangle pieces from one of the laces, which I will show you in a moment, hanging down the side there just to give that lovely wispiness. I have a little bit of beading curled at the front here and some more gold leaves, and that is the gold mesh at the side there. On the side of the box I've used this absolutely gorgeous trim from Tresors de Luxe. The full piece goes from here to here. I just trimmed off the little these little top pieces here from the bottom, and I've put them in between along the top there just to give it some sort of balance, and so there wasn't too much space showing. I've used the gold and red braided trim that I recently got from Lingcraft. I've used it twice around the top of the box, and then this Chinese braid in between just to break up all the red. The paper that I used on the box is one that Irene sent me, and it's called Hidden Treasures by Kaisercraft, and that's the actual paper I used out of the collection. It is a very neutral background, but it has like almost a gold effect, but very, very faint, showing through, so that when you see the lace, you see the paper, it's there but it's not there, if you know what I mean. It just kind of disappears a little bit, and I really like the way the box has turned out. This is going to be a gift for somebody for Christmas. Along the top here I've also put some beautiful rhinestone trim in the gold, and that was from Irene also. So yes, that beautiful, beautiful large red flower with the feathers and the mesh is just stunning on that Christmas box there. It's very traditional styling for Christmas, I would think. I'll just show you that lace that I used for the dangle. Okay, so the lace that I used just for the dangle down the side is this beautiful long trim here, coming down like that, and that's the top of it there. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing what I've made. These are my second projects for the month of November for Tresors de Luxe. Once again, thoroughly enjoyed putting this together, a little bit different, and love how it turned out. So thank you for watching me today. Bye bye.